This site is part of the West Industrial Area. It is right on the very north side of it, actually. And many people may not know this, but the West Industrial Area is actually the oldest industrial area in Saskatoon, so it has a very rich history. This site specifically was once owned by Imperial Oil. They built on there in 1911. They remained on this site until 1976 when it was sold to the J.H. Scott Company. And the J.H. Scott Company owned it until 1981. Towards the end of the Scott Company's ownership of this land, the site began to fall into disrepair. And in the 1990s, a local business person took over the area until they could no longer afford the high taxes. Then the ownership reverted to the city in 2001. The Esso Petroleum Company stored some storage tanks there until 1995. And in 2002, all the buildings on the site were destroyed except for Diamond Auto Body, which still remains on the west side of the site, but everything else is now gone. And before the buildings were demolished, it was decided that the bricks from the building would be put into storage because it was thought that they had been built by Saskatoon Brick and Supply Company. So they had a lot of historic value. And so now the bricks are in storage, and when the site is rebuilt, they will be made into a sign for the entrance to the area, whatever the area is made into, as a nice historical reminder of what was there in the past.
When looking at our site, which is 19th Street West, it's categorized as a light industrial area. So when you first look at it, it's kind of dirty. There isn't any lighting. It's not very safe. Lots of things are scattered. It relates to the broken window theory. If you don't take pride in your place, you're not going to have. I blew it there, but you're not going to have a nice area. Like the things that might be garbage, broken. It just attracts the wrong kind of activity, and you want people to feel safe and confident walking through these areas.
I think it'd be a really good idea to have this kind of project set in place, just because all the neighbors would finally be able to connect and bond, and it's just a good learning experience for your neighbors. I feel like that area isn't very safe. There's not a lot of lighting, there's no sidewalk, and there's no fence there's no barrier to keep you away from the train. It's just not safe at all. It's not a safe area. There's no one to really look out for you if something did happen. If I was walking down that street, I don't feel like I'd be very safe. There's not any light at all.
Across the rail yard, which is not safe. There's no fence to corner off the actual rail. Again, it's dark. If something should happen to anyone in this area, no one will know. There will be no help for them whatsoever. So we want to make a central place for a community to come together, have sidewalks, a safe place for people to walk so they're not in fear of traffic. We also have bike lanes. With the school and the park being so close, people can come to the area on their bicycles and not have to be subjected to the large equipment that might be passing through in the industrial section. But we just really want to ensure people's safety and a place for residences to hang out and be creative with one another. We created created the concept plan in response to concerns of residents from the area, such as Raquel. We wanted to focus on 4 septed principles in the concept of our design. For natural surveillance, the implementation of lampposts would be very helpful to the area. For natural access control and territoriality, we have a welcome sign, which we placed at the beginning of the area. And imageability, we wanted to create a space with mixed land use for residents, not just industry. This is achieved through the recreation center and the community garden. For the contaminated area of our site, we will be placing solar panels.
Since it's too costly to do an ex situ remediation, we'll have to do an in situ remediation while the land is in use for the solar panels. And therefore it's not going to contaminate the community garden because we'll be remediating the land. The road will be able to reduce the amount of dust that is generated by truck traffic and will be make the road more stable so it won't break up as easily.
I really like the idea of the garden or community garden because then a lot of children and just residents can come together and communicate and connect. It's just a really good bonding between the communities that are around there, like Putnam Hill, West Industrial. The west side doesn't have a lot of public amenities like that.
We would really like something to do in the winter, maybe along the lines of a skating rink, just for something for the kids in the area to enjoy.
In the winter, we will be turning the community garden into a skating rink. So 19th Street West is mainly an industrial area, but to the east of the land is actually residences. And this area shouldn't be mainly industrial. We want to have mixed land use, and that's why we decided to put a community garden into the area. There's more community cohesion, people getting to know their neighbors. St. Mary's School is close by as well as Optimus Park. People can come by to the community garden as well as the recreation center, take dance classes, cooking classes. We can have places for people to rent out if they have any family events. It's great for kids, it's great for families, and it would just be a more lively neighborhood, not specifically just for industrial areas.
By putting solar panels on the contaminated site, we can use the site while we remediate it to generate power that could supplement the community center and help with costs.